Staying with us, with that, I would like to thank Mr. Adrian Calamel for joining us today and sharing that insight all the way from New York. Now we have a breaking news. Syria's central bank has announced executive instructions to introduce a new Syrian currency, marking a major monetary reform aimed at stabilizing the country's economy. Under the plan, 2 zeros will be removed from the Syrian pound, with every 100 pounds converted into 1 unit of the new currency. Old and new banknotes will circulate together during a 90-day transition period, which may be extended. Central bank governor has said the reform is part of a broader institutional strategy to restore confidence, ensure monetary stability, and prevent inflation. All bank balances will be converted at the start of next year, with no change to the overall money supply. Let's in fact listen into what the governor of the central bank has shared.
بدأ عملية الاستبدال اعتبارا من 1 كانون الثاني 2026 على أن تمتد فترة الاستبدال لمدة 90 يوما قابلة للتمديد، ويصدر قرار التمديد قبل 30 يوما من انتهاء المهلة المحددة. ستتعايش العملة القديمة والجديدة خلال فترة الاستبدال مع تمتعهما بالقوة الإبرائية القانونية ذاتها.
Now we move on to our next news. Voting continues in the Central African Republic, with President Faustin Archange Touadéra widely expected to return for the third term. Polling stations have opened early in the capital, Bangui, with nearly 2.4 million registered voters nationwide. Touadéra has urged citizens to vote, saying turnout is key to development, peace, and security. His bid follows a 2023 constitutional referendum that removed presidential term limits, a move criticized by opposition figures. 6 candidates are challenging Touadéra, including 2 former prime ministers, who say the campaign environment has been uneven. Analysts still see the president as the clear favorite, citing control of state institutions and strong security backing from Russian and Rwandan forces. Voting also covers legislative and local races. Provisional results are expected by January 5th next year, with a runoff scheduled if no candidate secures a majority. Let's listen in.
C'est l'un des moments où vraiment notre loi nous donne la force de choisir nos dirigeants. Et c'est une opportunité qui nous est donnée. Il faut que chacun puisse vraiment faire ce devoir pour permettre à notre pays de se développer, pour permettre à notre pays de retrouver la paix, la sécurité.
Now we move on to Europe. Serbian students have stepped up pressure on the government, gathering signatures in the capital, Belgrade, to demand an early parliamentary election. Earlier today, large crowds formed across the city as people queued at signature tables to show their support for the student-led movement. Families, young voters, and senior citizens took part, leaving their contact details in the display of growing public backing. Let's listen into what they have shared.
Mislim da je ovo jedna prilika za sve nas da se okupimo, da damo studentima podršku, ali ne samo da damo njima podršku, nego u stvari da damo podršku sami sebi, zato što ovo što se dešava trenutno u Srbiji je naša zajednička borba i ta borba treba da donese nešto bolje za sve nas. Pa mislim da će izbori sigurno biti sledeće godine, što se dalje, što se budu raspisali kasnije u godini, mislim da je to veća verovatnoća da vlast padne, zato što vidimo da svakog dana podrška vlasti pada, a podrška studentima raste.
Došao sam ovde jutros rano među prvima da potpišem ovo što su organizovali ovi mladi ljudi. Mislim da je ovo veličanstvena ideja. Mislim da je to, ti novi oblici borbe dokazuju nešto u što ja verujem već odavno, da je ovaj studentski pokret ne može da se poredi sa dosadašnjim načinima borbe protiv ove vlasti. Ovo je autentično, novo, drugačije od bilo čega.
Uloga današnje akcije jeste da se pokaže brojnost podrške studentskom pokretu. To jest ljudi dolaze, ostavljaju svoje potpise, naravno dobrovoljno, i ako žele neke svoje informacije da bismo mogli kasnije da direktnije im donesemo informacije o našim sledećim koracima, našim sledećim akcijama.
Organizers have said that the exercise was aimed at demonstrating the scale of support for the movement and building a network of supporters who can be mobilized for future actions. The campaign has gained momentum in recent weeks, with students positioning themselves as a new and independent political force. These protests began a year ago following the collapse of a railway station's roof in the northern city of Novi Sad, which reportedly killed 16 people. The tragedy has sparked widespread anger over alleged corruption and lack of accountability, particularly as no prosecutions have still taken place a year after the incident. That's all we have time for.